Well, you boys ready for some Frieren?
Let's
Yes,
do it.
sir.
All right, then. So we got Frieren episode 19, Well Laid Plans. So, Group 2, Frieren's group has come up with a master plan for catching a steel bird, despite its unnatural strength. Unfortunately, this plan draws in the other groups who are willing to win at just about any cost. So, we jump back into this anime with Frieren thinking about when Eisen and Himmel were afraid to fight a dragon. So it's the night before, and Himmel's thinking about giving a great speech, and he notices Eisen is shaking. And he's like, "Are you scared?" He's like, "Yeah." And Himmel's like, taken aback. He's like, "I wasn't expecting that. I'm scared too." And then Heitzer says something really cool. Well, Himmel's like, I was going to give a motivational speech, but Heitzer's like, man, just be yourself. Every party is different. And I thought that was really good advice for like just general leadership. You have to be yourself first. Got to be confident. You got to, if people can really tell if you're not being yourself in a room.
Oh, definitely. But what if myself is giving that motivational speech? Like, what if that's my shtick?
Then you should do it. You be
Hell
yourself. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
You
as
can
a
get
leader, you gotta know what your team needs.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No, I'm pulling the miracle speech, pulling a little Herb Brooks action. We're getting people fired up to fight the Soviets. It's a wrap.
Dan's trying to have people ready to run through a brick wall.
That's the name of the game, dude.
Yes. Oftentimes it is. But yeah, Eisen and Himmel here, I think we're able to calm each other down. It's like, okay, like he's scared too. We're gonna be all right. We'll be all right.
Yeah, I really like this scene because it was a great callback to when Stark was shaking scared. And he literally had said, like, Eisen said, this is natural. Like, it's part of getting ready for a battle. And I was like, we're getting the flashback.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I mean, being scared is what keeps you alive.
Exactly. Yes. And as far as that goes, yeah, I always get nervous before I talk to like large groups of people. But you tell yourself it's normal and you go and do your thing. But next, guys, we learn that Fern's group, Party 4, has already caught a steal. And that Ubel was ready for the hard part. Excited for it, even, some may say. Fighting and possibly even killing other mages. That sneaky murderer. But I want to ask you guys, like, were you surprised that Fern's group had already caught a steal and Frieren hadn't?
I wasn't surprised because unlike Frieren's group, Fern's group, they seemed more calm and collected and ready to, catch, do what it takes to catch a steal. Whereas Frieren's group was just basically Frieren babysitting two kids fighting each other and not listening to her. So,
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Fern didn't have to deal with two ditzes. She had a stone cold killer and a dude who we haven't seen a lot of, but he seems very calm, cool, collected, and logical.
Yes.
I wasn't surprised at all.
Yeah, me either. I think Frieren got a bad draw, but they're proven to be decent, somewhat useful at times. But yeah, I thought it was really cool that they had already gotten one. They had gotten onto the fighting portion of the test. So as Group 2 is like rehashing what they've learned about the steals, Frieren tells the others about kind of like the binding spell that she used on like the big bird monster. And tells them it only works within 50 centimeters, which is not a very far distance.
not at all.
Not at all. So from there, they try to formulate a plan. And while they're doing so, the beginning of it, they're freezing over a lake. Did you guys have any idea what they might be trying to do?
No,
Like the end
I
goal
figured
at
it
that
out
point?
along the way. Like I didn't figure it out at first. Like I said last week, I thought they was gonna I thought Frieren was gonna like capture inside of a spear, like a seal or something,
Right.
like cast a seal on it. And I guess I was wrong on that part. She just wanted to bind it or whatever, but she has to be within 50 centimeters to do it. So that was wild.
Yes, yeah. I kind of figured it out when they were running from like the little ponds and things like that. I was like, okay, it's a make them congregate kind of thing.
Yeah, once we saw is it Kane or Khan? Kane?
Kane and Laween, yeah.
Yeah, once we saw Kane like mana rising, this is a new word, I'm making it up. Like all the other bodies of water, I was like, oh, they're making them go to one. But I didn't think that Frieren was going to basically suppress her mana to the point that she wasn't detectable by the bird and just pretend to be a tree. You know, that's what she did.
That's true. Yeah, I knew they were trying to make them go to like one body of water, but I didn't know what the plan was going to be when they got them there. I didn't know if it was just going to be a full ambush and catch one while it's flying away. So right
cool.
before, huh?
That would have been cool.
It would have been. It would have been. But I think what we got was still pretty awesome. But going back a little bit, Party 8 ends up ambushing Friend's party. And the battle gets interrupted by the freezing of the lake. And then immediately we get to meet Degen. He's the second class mage in Party 13, who's kind of just watching everything unfold. And he kind of figures, like, you know what, they're freezing the entire lake and drawing everybody here. They probably have a plan. Like they seems like they have something to do right now. But before we get a little bit more into the whole group, like, what were y'all's impressions of Degen, like, as we're going through the episode? Because I feel like he was shining a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's like he thinks he's really smart, and that he thinks that he's better than everyone else because of that. Is the general idea I get from him.
I mean, he was spitting facts.
He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong.
I don't think he thinks he's smart. I think he is smart. Like, I think he knows that he is hot shit when it comes to the brain capacity side of things.
True.
And I also thought it was really interesting that he's like, you know, to be the most, you know, to be a first class mage, you don't have to be the strongest. So I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was talking about how it's better to be able to get along with people and inspire people than to be strong.
You're a symbol.
Yes, be a symbol.
Some All Might shit.
Oh, you beat me to it. I while watching this, I looked at the names of Party 13, and Degen actually means think in German. So yeah, it's very fitting. All of this group's names are very fitting. Laufen means run. Miss what do you call it? Step. Flash Step. Yes, Miss Flash Step, and Richter means judge, because he was a little judgy. So I thought it was pretty cool that they threw that in there.
Okay.
So kind of next, Richter kind of determines that the test is being held at that specific location, kind of due to the Geisen, which I thought was pretty cool that they trick people by like baiting them. And Degens says, like, you know, doing something like this is a little outdated, and then kind of getting back to what Dan said. It's like, you can't just rule by power. And I thought that was actually a pretty cool, kind of, and also true to real life here. You know, you see nations or people that try to rule by fear. Things topple over, I think, eventually anyway.
Yeah, they don't have to respect, you know? Like, they can rule them, but they don't respect them.
Exactly. Because all it takes is like a few people standing up, and everybody else isn't going to be so afraid anymore.
Yep.
So kind of towards getting through the group's 2 plan is kind of like revealed that they're herding the steel to one location, but when Fern kind of goes to trap it, Laufen immediately shows up, and we're getting ready for a good little boxing match, I believe. Who do you guys think wins the fight between these two groups?
I think Frieren can body every single mage here with the snap of her fingers. Because, like, people look at her and she's suppressing the fuck out of her mana, and they're like, damn, that is the mana of an old, wise ass mage. And it's like very condensed. And we've seen her unleash her full power against Aura the demon general. And it's like, ain't nobody fucking with that. She took down a 500 or 1,000-year-old demon with, like, convincing her to kill herself. Like, this, it's a rap, dude. Frieren took down the fucking demon king. Like, these are a bunch of scrubs compared to her.
I mean, that's true. I think like a 1v anything in this situation, but she's still got to take care of Kane and Lawen.
I think she can body everybody. It's a wrap.
Okay, even with them two idiots getting in the way.
I think they're stronger than we think. There's some water there, so Kane's got some attacks, and that combo is filthy. I mean, imagine just like her spraying people with water, and then just them getting flash freezed.
That's true.
That is some tag team shit right there. And then Freeman's just up there raining holy hell of fucking light beams.
Also, the fact that Kane can only use her magic around water, I thought that was so shitty. It's like, you're a mage. Like, do something else. Why do you have like the crappiest magic? What's going on?
She's got like that Katara vibe from Avatar where she's got a little bundle of water. She's like, oh, watch this shit. Ooh, like spilling it out.
Better hope that shit doesn't evaporate.
You know, the only one that I see actually making a run for Frieren's money is actually Fern. I think Fern could give her a run just because that's her trainer, you know, like she knows what Frieren's about. You know what I mean? Nobody else does. So I think that she could actually give her a run for her money. I'm not saying she could beat her, but
I don't think it's a run for her money. Fern hasn't seen Frieren like at full capacity. And that is a very different level of mana between those two. I mean, like Frieren has the mana of like every mage there times 3. So like I don't think Fern can even do shit against Frieren. I think Frieren is just like, she's basically an isekai main character. She's just way too fucking overpowered.
Yeah, and it comes back to the old thing. It's like, I've taught you everything that you know, but not everything that I know.
Yeah, and the funny thing is later on, Fern actually tells the chick that she's going to be fighting against that Frieren told her that like these old basic demon spells that she uses and that she only knows is good enough to defeat any mage that's alive right now. So Frieren don't think very highly of the alive mages right now. So
yeah, no, it's a whole different level of fucking disrespect. She's like, yeah, you don't need any fancy magic. Zoltrak will get it done.
I got this. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. It's got you. I want to see Ubel fight. Ubel, I think, is going to be fun to watch because she's just going to be so cold with it.
She's going to murder a few people.
She's got to, dude. She's got to.
But she does.
For your viewing pleasure.
Until she comes... Oh, I think she's going to fight Frieren at some point during this whole test and just get fucking bodied.
I think so.
I don't know. Why would she fight them, though? They both got birds, right?
Oh, I don't mean during this portion. There's multiple levels to this test.
Oh, true. Okay, I got what you're saying.
Cocky. She's cocky. She's gonna find out. She's gonna fuck around and she's gonna find out. I guarantee it.
Ubel seems like the person that wants to fight the strongest person in the room, and that's unfortunate. Who's in the room this time?
Big time.
Yes, sir.
She actually does. From what I can tell, she's fighting the strongest and most experienced mage there besides Frieren, I guess, apparently. Based on what I don't even know her name, whoever's fighting Fern says. So
yeah, I did think that was interesting that she said she was the most powerful, but then the mage she was fighting, I can't remember the name, was talking about Werebel, who is the commander of one of the northern armies that fought the remnants of the Demon King.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, I might be a better mage, but that man has a lot of battle experience and he's underhanded. He's underhanded too. She literally says like,
he doesn't care.
Do what he's got to do to get your ass in the ground. And I want to see him fight Fern too.
Yeah, well, it's good though that Ubel's the same way though, so that's a good matchup. You know, she just does whatever it takes, no matter what, to kill the other person. And so that's a very good matchup. And they kind of remind me of Frieren because Frieren does shit against demons, like unfair shit. So, like,
yeah, they're all about that type of action. Yeah. So that girl that Fern was fighting also kind of like said that something felt wrong about the battle. And I feel like people say that in fights before they get chopped.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I don't know if I'm getting those vibes from Fern. You know what I'm saying?
I
Well,
don't know. We saw Fern was kind of a badass when she was fighting the second in command of Aura.
Oh, I know she's got it in her, but I don't know if she'll like go out of her way to like kill somebody in this situation.
I don't think she would kill him. I think she would just like get her down, beat up, and just point the staff to her face like, "We done here,
Little bitch.
yeah.
little bitch."
Yeah, so I'm excited to see where this fight with Fern goes. And we definitely got to see Verbal chop it up with somebody from our main party, since he's so underhanded and ruthless. But boys, that's all I got for Frieren.